Yo, what's good people, it's Cactus, and in today's video, I'm going to be cooking up a beat with my guy Trifreeze. Trifreeze has made a melody for me. I haven't opened it yet, so I've got no idea what it sounds like. My guess is he's going to want me to make a drill beat, so I'm imagining something dark and orchestral, but we'll see when I open it. So he's going to break down exactly how he made the melody for you all, and then I'm going to see if I can do my thing with it. So let's get straight into it.
What's good with y'all? Alright, so let's go and hop right into this sample, man. The main sound of it came from this like one sample flip right here. And that honestly just kind of repeats from there. So that sample flip consists of two different layers. The first one being this key from Contact. It's a ghostly preset from Hybrid Keys 2.0. Just go to Acoustics and it'll be right here. So this is without any effects right here. So it's a super wild sound, a lot going on there. So once you kind of turn effects on, it sounds a lot better. So yeah, that's just that right there. So let me just turn them back off. I'll run through like the effects and all that, but for now, let's just go ahead and break down the MIDI. So first off, you're gonna want a really ignorant sound, B, and then I use the harmonic scale because it has more like tension intervals in it or whatever. So yeah, let's just go ahead and build something. So I want like a little bounce going, so it'll sound more interesting with like halftime. That's pretty simple right there, and it'll probably sound pretty good with halftime. Alright, so let me just paste this over right here, because you want to keep it really simple. So yeah, let's just turn the effects back on and see how it sounds. Yeah, that works. So yeah, let me just paste my original pattern back real quick. My history goes back so far, man. Alright, so for effects on this, I just had an EQ. And then a halftime. Just a totally default halftime. And then another EQ, then an RC20. And this is a detuner preset from my guy Proud by Jax, Analog Colors. Then just a shaper box 2, man, just for a width and sidechain automation. So first of all, for the width, I just put a width on there and turn it down to about 45%. And then just a filter. Alright, so after that, I just layered that with another key right here. It was a mood swing, also from Hybrid Keys 2.0. Alright, so the only difference between this chain and this chain right here is just a reverb right after the shaper box. So yeah, this pattern right here is just the exact same as the other one. All I did was it used to be like this right here, but then I just squished it like that to basically speed it up times 2 and then just pasted it over it like that. So that way the halftime would only cut it in half like pitch wise. So yeah, after layering those two things, I basically rendered it out into this thing right here. So for effects, first off, we're just gonna put an EQ on that and then just a guitar rig. I use a retro circuit preset. So I trimmed the mix level down a little bit, about like that right there. So I put another reverb on top of that, one more EQ to really kind of like shape and take care of some frequencies. And so after all that, I just pitched it down right here and then I just reversed it. So yeah, that was it. So after that, I just put a bass in here. And if you watch any of the videos on my channel, you know already what this is. It's the Growler Moog bass. I went to the B tab and I cranked the cutoff up to about like 1 kilohertz just to kind of unlock the filter on it. And then I just had these vocals in here, man. I use the Light of Heart bank in Arcade. So the second to last thing I had in here was just this Celeste, I think is what it's called. It's legit just a root note throughout the whole thing, man. Like, I use the Celeste from the world default thing in Contact. Just go to database over here, mallet instruments, Celeste, and it'll be like this one right here. For effects, I just had an EQ right here, and then just the same detuner preset, and then just a reverb, because it sounds really good with reverb on it. So yeah, the final thing in here was just this last key to fill up some of the low mids. And that just follows the bass pattern right here. Again, that was the ghostly preset from Hybrid Keys 2. I went into the sound right here and jacked up the sustain, and then just an EQ, so it'll fill up the low end, but it won't clash with the bass. Yeah, man, that's the whole sample. And I'm gonna go ahead and pass this back to Jay, man. Let's go.
All right, cool. So I've dragged in the melody from Trifreeze. It's at 143 BPM, A sharp minor, called Vancouver. Let's see what it's saying. Yeah, it sounds hard. And vocals sounding crazy too. Yeah, this one's mad. This one's mad. I'm feeling that sub bass too. I know what to do with this. I'm just going to separate the stems first. Usually when stems are sent in the same audio file, the best thing to do is chop it up like this, make each one unique, and then you can separate them in the mixer. Just makes it easier. So I've got them renamed now. I'm just going to send them to the mixer here. And then what I do is hold control, click on everything, right click on the next one, route to this track only. And now I've got my instrument bus. All right, cool. Let's try it in some different pitches. That'll be B minor. Kind of like it in B minor. Ooh, this actually sounds sick. I'm just doing a quick EQ to remove some of the bass, and that was just a harsh frequency that I was hearing. Alright, and I think it might be a little bit too high now. Let's try it down at C. Yeah, I think that sounds sick. Let's go with this. Maybe we could try reverse some as well. So if we rearranged it, it would be like this. Sounds fire, but I actually prefer it the normal way. Let's try adding something like Portal. I just want to add a couple of things just to see if there's a different way we can change the melody up. That actually sounds kind of sick. Could use that as one section. I like the way this sounds too. Maybe I could use this bit as a verse or something. I like the way this filter sounds too. Right now I'm just trying to experiment. It doesn't mean that I'm going to keep one of these settings. I just like to see what a few different things sound like. I've got a few options there anyway. I just wanted to try a few different things, see how we could switch it up. For now though, I'm just going to add in some drums. Alright, for the snare, I'm thinking maybe 2 snares. I'll start with this one. Then I'm going to layer that with a heavier snare, something like this. But I'm only going to layer every other one, I think. Then of course I'm going to pull up a counter snare. Maybe this one. So the bounce is sounding hard so far. And then just to make it interesting for the listener, I'm going to randomly pan the hi-hat pattern or the counter snare pattern. So I'm going to click bipolar and then just bring the pan down. And now you can see from the panning, it's just going to be a bit random going between both ears. I don't need to overdo it, but about there is fine. Right, cool. Let's get another snare. I'm thinking this one. And I'm going to pan these ones a bit more extreme with the panning. Alright, cool. I'm liking the counter snare pattern so far. Let's move on to the 808. And I'm thinking this Marvin one. This is like the darkest sounding one in the kit. Alright, so I'm just getting the pattern down first. I'm hearing some kind of pattern in my head. I just need to figure out where the slides go. Maybe this one can just slide into itself. Make it bounce here. Just adding a bit of bounce with these slightly off ones. Alright, cool. I'm thinking it doesn't actually need a lot more. Maybe one or two more effects or perks and then I can start arranging it. I'm gonna mute the camera flash for now. I don't think I need them in this beat. Alright, let's start arranging it now. And if I think of anything else whilst I start arranging it, I'll add it in then. Alright, cool. I just made a quick second 808 pattern. Just a little bit of a simpler version. I can just copy these out and see how to structure it. Get rid of the box. Maybe the bells. Bring that sub bass back in. Definitely need some kind of riser. Take out this snare. Maybe this roll too. And let's get some kind of filter around all the instruments. Something like love filter, just a simple low pass preset. So I'm going to need two automations. One's to actually turn love filter on and off. And then the other is to automate the cutoff frequency. You know what? This riser might sound better here. Yeah, maybe a different riser for the first one and then switch to that one. And it does need one more thing. I said I was going to add some kind of perk kit, but I think it needs that gunshot. And then it can come down to the verse here. So I need to take a few things out. Let's take the Vox out. Maybe we'll just leave the main melody. Maybe I could leave the keys in. I'll just bring them in here. Don't need that sub bass there. Just bring the Vox in. I only just realized I had the sub bass linked to the instrument bus, which had the EQ taking out the lows. So I need to take that sub bass out and just route it to the master. And I'll just pitch this one down manually. Right, so to transition to the bridge, I'm just going to add this here. All right, I just want one other thing for this bridge, some kind of effect. Actually, I don't want those gunshots in there, and I've just cut the sub bass right before the end. Right, cool. I think that's going to do it, and then I can copy the hook over. Alright, so I've pretty much finished the beat. I only made a couple last minute changes, but I'm going to play it from the beginning and then talk you through everything. Alright, so for the intro, I've just left the main melody, but I've added shaper box with the filter effect that I showed you earlier, and then I've got the sub bass, and then the counter snare comes in, but the counter snare has a filter effect on it, and you can hear that it's just panning between both ears. And then straight to the hook. So just got that mad energy straight away. So this is where everything is when it comes down to the verse. You can see I've just chopped up the 808s. I'm just letting it breathe. Well, there's also two slightly different 808 patterns. And then this is where the most energy in the verse is. So you can see I've added quite a few effects for this one. I just wanted to add to the atmosphere. So same again, same as the intro, that shaper box filter effect, same thing with the counter snare. I feel like that just breaks it up a bit. And then the hook just repeats the same as the first time. Straight back into the verse. And then this verse is the same again. So I hope you liked the video and I hope you're feeling the beat. And if you were feeling what Trifreeze made for me, I've left a link to his channel in the description so you can go show some love and support by subscribing. If you were feeling this collaboration, then we're going to be doing another video for his channel. And we're going to do it the reverse way. So I'll be making the melody and then he's going to flip it into something. So keep a lookout for that one on his channel. Thank you all for watching once again and I'll see you next time. Thank you.